All right, so you see how long that information was if we did that over and over for each of you? We'd be here till tomorrow. I'm sure you have much better things to do than to hear that over and over and over, so we'll just give you that blanket. I'm ready whenever you are.
Landon Johnson, approach the bench.
Hello there.
Hi.
All right. Okay, since you're first, I got to do all these adjustments. All right. Okay. All right, sir. So this is case number 2025 CM 12346. Did you state your full name?
Landon Kalen Johnson.
All right. So we're here on a public nuisance charge. That's a Class 2 misdemeanor. Did you understand the group advisory information?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions about your attorney waiver form?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you wish to hire an attorney, waive the presence of an attorney?
I was gonna. Go ahead. Sorry.
Or seek to give a reason for a court-appointed attorney?
I was gonna do no contest, but if I do, it'd be a court-appointed attorney. If I do need one.
Okay. So in this case, I don't see any jail time being asked of the case. So in review of that, that takes that possibility out of a court-appointed attorney. Do you have another reason for a court-appointed attorney that would qualify?
No, sir.
Okay, so then you're left with the choices of I'm going to hire an attorney or I'm going to waive the presence of an attorney.
I'll waive.
Okay, so since you asked for a court-appointed attorney, I just need that second box where you asked for one. It doesn't qualify. So if you check that box, and then where it's dated, highlighted, put the date and the signature. Today is the 10th of December. Thank you. And if I understood you correctly, you wanted to plead no contest?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, on this charge, we're able to, let me make sure we don't have an alleged victim in it. Sometimes on these cases there is, and sometimes.
I have my paper too if you need it.
Okay, yeah, I've got the same one here, that's good, thank you. Okay, I'm showing no listed victims, so we're going to go straight into the sentencing to save you a court date from having to come back, okay? All right, in that group advisory, I explained the rights that you're giving up with a no contest plea. Did you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
You understood the citizens advisory that I gave?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll be providing you an informational sheet that talks about the Rule 33 petition, the set-aside judgment and sealing the records. That'll explain to you how to go about doing that if you wish.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to provide a factual basis to the case. You're not admitting or denying these facts with a no contest plea, but you're acknowledging that these are the facts that would be used if the case proceeded to trial.
Yes, sir.
Indicates that on November 15th of 2025 at 9:56 p.m. at or about 4145 East State Route 260 at a local establishment in the town of Star Valley in Gila County in the jurisdiction of this court, you created a public nuisance by disrupting other patrons in the establishment, you were removed from the establishment, had threatened the establishment to blow the place up, threatened other patrons inside of the establishment. And that was a nuisance to the patrons and also the employees in that establishment. Does that sound consistent with the facts of the case?
I did not say was gonna blow it up. I've never said that in my life, but
Okay.
if that's what it says, then
Okay, so that's actually quoted, blow the place up, unquoted in the police information. So again, you're just acknowledging that those facts would be used if it went to a trial. So
yes, sir.
instead of disputing or instead of acknowledging, you're just recognizing that that would be presented at a trial
Yes, sir.
if it went to a trial. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Regarding your no contest plea, did you make that voluntarily
Yes, sir.
on your own free will?
Yes.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make that plea?
No, sir.
Did anybody promise you any lighter sentence or punishment that if you pled no contest you would receive it?
No, sir.
Okay. Court finds that you entered your plea knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently. These are the rights that I gave in the group advisory that you understood and you don't have questions on. If you would sign here where it says defendant waiving those rights. All right. Yeah, down here. Yeah, thank you.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Make it a little easier reach for whomever else. All right, here's that letter that I talked to you about, how to set aside judgment and seal the records. If I can get your signature on this top one. And the second one is yours to keep. I've crossed out domestic violence. It doesn't apply to your case. You can read it if you still wish to. Would you like to give any statement to the court before we impose sentencing?
No, sir.
Okay. I know that you're acknowledging that it says that, but you're denying those threats. Okay. Are you employed currently?
Yes, sir.
All right. Who do you work for?
Sutton Dirt Works.
Okay. Are you making payments to the court on other cases at all?
No, sir.
No, it's okay, so you're cleared with everything, okay. All right, so on the class 2 misdemeanor, as I explained to you, the maximum fine is $750. I'm gonna impose a $250 fine on this case. I'm not assigning any probation to it. Regarding the $250, are you able to pay that today?
No, sir. I just started that job, so I don't get paid for 2 weeks, if that's
Okay.
all right.
I'll schedule you out 30 days for that payment.
Okay. Thank you.
And how much can you afford on it per month?
I'll probably just pay it off.
Do you want me to assign the entire balance in 30 days?
No, I mean, if I have it, then yeah, I'll pay it, but can we just...
So let's go on a safe side and do a
Okay.
monthly amount, and then you can pay it off early, pay it, whatever you'd like to do there.
Okay, thank you. I just don't want to say yes and then I can't.
No,
So-
understood, yeah. No, we don't want to do that, yeah, so we just go on the safe side of it and... So what amount do you want to do on a monthly?
Do 50,
Okay?
just to make sure.
Yep.
Just because with the holidays.
I'll schedule your first one out 30 days from today.
So January 10th.
Yeah, so we're on the 1, 2, 3, 4 is the 7th. We'll go to the 9th. That's actually over 30 days because this month has 31. But yeah, so we'll go to the 9th of January. Okay, that's a Friday.
Yes, sir.
I have to add a one-time payment plan fee of $20 to that balance. If it can't be paid at the time of sentencing, so. Alright, so here's the payment plan that we're agreeing to. You're going to make a $50 payment monthly. The first payment is due on 1/9 of 2026. Total is $270 because of the $20 payment plan fee. That's per statute.
Okay.
If you would sign here where it says defendant. And there's a couple of ways to make that payment. Just come into the clerk if you want to, or you can use these online resources or phone number. They do charge a 4 or 5% merchant fee on those.
Okay.
And then I'll get you a copy of that. Do you have any questions at all?
I do not.
All right, once he gets you your copy of the sentencing, we're all set.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. Have a good day.
You too.
Here, we'll give you that.
Thank you.
Jose Vasquez Ramirez.
Hello. Poquito English?
Yeah, I little speak English.
Need an interpreter?
Mm,
Okay.
for no complete confusion.
Welcome to Language Line Solutions. For Spanish, please hold for an interpreter. Please continue to hold for the next available interpreter.
There he goes.
Thank you for calling Language Line Solutions. This is Ingrid ID 371854. I'll be your Spanish interpreter today. Proud to serve you. This call may be monitored for training and quality assurance purposes. May I have the first and last name, please?
Yes, it's Judge Garvin, and I need a court-certified interpreter, please.
Certainly, Judge. Allow me a moment, please. I'll get a court-certified interpreter for you.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you for calling Language Line Solutions. This is Paladin. You're looking for legal Spanish interpreter, is that right?
Correct.
Can I get your first name?
Yes, it's Donald, and then my last name is Garvin.
Can you spell the last name?
Yes, G-A-R-V as in Victor, I-N, with the Payson, P-A-Y-S-O-N, Regional Courts.
Is that department's name?
Payson, P-A-Y-S-O-N, Regional Courts.
Please hold on to legal Spanish interpreter.
Continue to hold for the next available interpreter.
So we've got to try to get the clerks to find out interpreters before we get here and start to have you help me, tell them to please let us know. Yeah, finally, doesn't have to be any language. That way we can,
Let you know beforehand.
yeah, and then we can do while I'm doing
Please continue to hold for the next available interpreter.
Got a staff meeting come up too, we'll bring it up on that, but meanwhile,
You just start putting it on the files.
yeah, well,
So that
should,
way,
should
that
be.
way it would show up on here
Yeah.
and tell me that you need interpreter.
Is there a block for that?
There's a block for interpreter needed, but they don't put it on the file, it doesn't show up.
So is that's the dot though, right?
That's the dot, but they don't put it in the system.
Please continue to hold for the next available.
Thank you for calling Language Line Solutions. This is Eugenia, ID 200361. I'll be your Spanish interpreter today, and I'm proud to serve you, and this call may be monitored for training and quality assurance purposes. Good morning, how may I help you?
Yes, I have a defendant in the courtroom. If you would introduce yourself, please.
Certainly, Your Honor, yes. Aló, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Oh,
Aló.
Sí, aló, buenos días.
Buenos días, señor. Yo soy la intérprete que va a asistirlos. ¿Usted me puede escuchar bien?
Sí.
Okay, yes, Your Honor.
all right. I need to issue an interpreter oath to you, please.
Certainly.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will well and truly interpret from Spanish into English and English into Spanish accurately, completely, and impartially, using your best skill and judgment in accordance with the standards prescribed by law and the Interpreter Code of Ethics, and that you will follow all official guidelines established by this court for legal interpreting or translating, and discharge all of the solemn duties and obligations of legal interpretation and translation?
I do.
Thank you. If you could ask, what is your name?
¿Cuál es su nombre, señor?
José Vázquez Ramírez.
Thank you. This is case number 2025 TR439.
Gracias. Este es el caso número 2025 TR439.
This is the scheduled time for your arraignment for an excessive speed violation.
Este es el tiempo programado para esta audición en referencia a su excesiva velocidad.
It's alleged that you were traveling 92 miles per hour in a posted 65 mile per hour zone.
Tenemos que usted iba conduciendo a una velocidad de 92 millas en una zona de 65 millas.
That is a class 3 misdemeanor violation.
Esta es una clase 3 de una violación de un delito menor.
A class 3 misdemeanor violation has a maximum fine of $500 plus surcharges.
Una violación de un delito menor de la clase 3 tiene una multa de $500 más otros cargos.
30 days in jail and or 1 year of probation.
30 días en la cárcel o un año de probatoria.
There is no jail time being requested in this case.
No se está pidiendo en este caso un castigo de encarcelamiento.
So whether you plead guilty or no contest or are found guilty after a trial, you're not facing any jail time.
Así que si usted se declara culpable o no contestaré o se encuentra usted no culpable, de todas maneras no va a haber encarcelamiento.
There is no mandatory minimum fine, so the discretion of the court is from 0 up to the maximum I just explained on both the fine amount and probation.
Entonces no hay una cantidad mandatoria de la multa que puede ir de 0 a 500 como le mencioné antes, y eso está a la discreción de la corte, más también lo de la probatoria.
Your options are to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
Su opción es declararse culpable, no contestar o declararse culpable.
If you plead guilty or no contest, this is the difference between the two.
Si usted se declara culpable o no contestar, esta es la diferencia entre esto.
Guilty means that you committed the offense and are pleading guilty to the charge.
Culpable es que usted admita la ofensa y se encuentra culpable de los cargos.
No contest means that you're not admitting or denying the facts, but accepting a conviction.
Cuando dice no contestar, entonces quiere decir que usted no está admitiendo o negando los cargos, pero está aceptando el castigo.
Both guilty and no contest show on a criminal history record.
Tanto si se declara culpable como no conteste, estos van a aparecer en su historia criminal.
If you plead guilty or no contest, we will move forward into sentencing today to conclude the case.
Si usted se declara culpable o no contestare, nosotros vamos a continuar en el caso en el día de hoy a proceder en la decisión del caso.
If you plead not guilty, I will schedule you for a pre-trial conference.
Si usted se declara no culpable, Entonces yo voy a programar un prejuicio de esta ofensa.
That's where you'll meet with the prosecutor, the attorney bringing the charges forward.
Esto es cuando usted va entonces a tener un contacto con el abogado, el fiscal y el abogado.
The prosecutor may present the police report and any evidence that they plan on using against you at a trial if the case does in fact go to a trial.
Entonces el abogado acusador, el fiscal le va a presentar entonces el reporte de la policía y cualquier otra evidencia en caso de que su caso vaya a un juicio.
At the conclusion of the pre-trial conference, one of three results will occur.
A la conclusión de esta reunión del paratrial, entonces pueden haber tres resultados.
One, the case will in fact go to a trial.
Uno es que su caso puede ir a un juicio.
Two, the case could enter a plea agreement that all parties agree on, including himself.
El dos, que todas las partes envueltas están en un acuerdo de culpabilidad.
Or three, the case could be dismissed.
Y el tercero es que el caso podría ser dado de baja.
Do you understand those options?
¿Usted entiende estas opciones?
Yes.
All right. You also have the right to hire an attorney at your own expense if you wish.
Usted también tiene el derecho a contratar un abogado bajo su propio costo si es lo que desea.
Or you can waive the presence of an attorney, and that's what the form is that they provided to you at the front counter.
O puede usted también renunciar a la presencia de un abogado, que fue el documento que le presentaron a usted en la ventanilla del frente.
Or you can provide the court a specific reason why you would ask for a court-appointed attorney at little or no cost, and I will make the decision whether that is a qualifying reason or not.
O también puede usted solicitar que la corte le asigne a un abogado de oficio, y yo estaría determinando si usted calificaría para esto o no.
Do you understand the options about the attorney?
¿Entiende estas opciones del abogado?
No, estoy bien así.
No, I don't understand that very well.
Okay, so you can hire an attorney at your own expense to represent you if you wish. If you exercise that right, I'll enter a not guilty plea for you.
Si usted tiene el derecho de obtener un abogado, ese es un derecho que usted puede ejercitar ahora, de obtener un abogado de su propia cuenta, y entonces en ese caso yo pondría aquí no culpable por el momento.
Or you can waive the presence of an attorney and represent yourself, not having to have an attorney.
O usted puede renunciar a la presencia de un abogado, ya que se estaría representando a usted mismo en este juicio.
Or the court can provide attorneys for defendants at little or no contest, at little or no cost, if they have a qualifying reason to do so.
O la corte le puede asignar un abogado, nosotros tenemos abogados aquí, que lo podría representar a usted por un costo bajo o sin ningún costo si hay alguna razón que califica para proceder de esta manera.
So the decision you have to make is, I want to waive the presence of an attorney, or I want to hire an attorney at my own expense, or I'm going to tell the judge the reason I want a court-appointed attorney.
Entonces, sus tres opciones son, usted renuncia a la presencia de un abogado en este momento, o usted dice que quiere contratar un abogado bajo su propio costo, o quiere usted darle las razones a la corte por la cual usted necesita que la corte le asigne un abogado.
Do you understand those choices?
Renuncio a obtener un abogado.
I waive the option
Okay.
to have a lawyer.
Okay, on this form here, then this top box reads, I do not want an attorney. If that's what you wish to do, check that box.
Entonces, aquí en este documento de la parte de arriba, en el cuadrito de arriba dice, yo renuncio a tener un abogado, contratar un abogado. Usted puede entonces marcar esa cajita.
Do you have any questions about the pleas of guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Entonces, ¿tiene usted alguna pregunta acerca de declararse culpable, no culpable o no contestar?
No tengo preguntas y soy culpable.
I do not have any questions.
Okay, I do have one more availability that I can offer to you, which is a traffic survival school.
Tengo una otra opción que ofrecerle a usted y esta es la escuela de conducir.
If you would like to take the traffic survival school, if you haven't done so already within the last year, then you complete the school and the citation is dismissed.
Si usted completa este entrenamiento de la escuela de sobrevivir de conducir en el transcurso del último año, yo podría entonces remover este cargo de culpabilidad contra usted.
Would you like to inquire to see if you qualify for the traffic survival school?
¿Quiere entonces usted ver para obtener la información para ver si usted califica para tomar este curso de sobrevivencia de conducir?
Es que el trabajo mío es de todos los días y no podría.
¿Perdón, su qué?
Es que mi trabajo es trabajar todos los días. En mi trabajo trabajamos todos los días y no podría tomar clases.
My work, I work every day, so I will not be able to take that class.
Okay, then we'll take that away. Do you know how you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Entonces vamos a remover esto. Entonces, ¿cómo quiere declararse culpable, no culpable o no contestar?
Oh, culpable.
Guilty.
All right, I'm going to explain to you the rights that you're giving up by pleading guilty.
Entonces le voy a explicar a usted qué sucedería cuando usted se declara culpable.
You're giving up the right to plead not guilty and require the state to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Usted está dando el derecho a declararse no culpable. I'm sorry, can you repeat that, please?
You're giving up the right to plead not guilty and require the state to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Thank you. Usted está dando el derecho a declararse no culpable y usted está requiriendo que el Estado pruebe que usted es culpable sin más allá de cualquier duda.
You're giving up the right to have a trial in front of a judge.
También está dando usted su derecho a tener un juicio en frente de un juez.
You're giving up the right to have the assistance of an attorney at all stages of the proceeding, including appeal, and you just signed the attorney waiver form.
También está dando el derecho a tener la asistencia de un abogado en todas las etapas de este proceso, incluyendo una apelación, y ya usted firmó esa renuncia.
You're giving up the right to confront witnesses against you and cross-examine them as to the truthfulness of their testimony.
usted también está dando el derecho a confrontar los testigos para probar la verdad y también a confrontarlos a ellos.
You're giving up the right to present evidence in your own behalf and have the court compel your chosen witnesses to appear and testify free of charge.
También tiene usted el derecho a presentar a cualquier evidencia en su favor y también a cualquier testigo que usted tenga, y la corte tiene la obligación de aceptar y citar a estos testigos a nombre suyo.
Also given up the right to remain silent and to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
También está dando el derecho, renunciando al derecho de permanecer callado y ser presumido inocente más allá, hasta que se pruebe más allá de cualquier duda su culpabilidad.
And also given up the right to a direct appeal.
Y también está renunciando al derecho a una apelación directa.
I'm going to make you aware of possible collateral consequences.
Ahora le voy a explicar a usted las posibles consecuencias colaterales.
That is the possible suspension of your driver's license,
La posible suspensión de su licencia de conducir,
an impact on a commercial driver's license or other professional license,
un impacto en su licencia comercial o cualquier otra licencia profesional,
an impact on your insurance rates or the revocation of probation or parole,
también un impacto en el cobro, en la tasa de su seguro de vehículo y la revocación de cualquier libertad condicional.
an increased penalty for further criminal charges,
Un incremento en su penalización si hay algún cargo recurrente,
becoming a prohibited possessor if convicted of domestic violence charges,
convertirse en un posesión prohibida en caso de violencia doméstica.
and if you're not a citizen of the United States, a plea or finding of guilt may result in your deportation or being denied citizenship or reentry.
También, si usted no es ciudadano, cuando usted se declara culpable o no contestar, existe la posibilidad de una deportación, denegación de una ciudadanía, o no permitirse la entrada nuevamente al país.
Further on your citizenship, under Rule 17.2 states the following.
Siguiendo en referencia a la ciudadanía, regla 17.2, que dice lo siguiente:
If you are not a citizen of the United States, pleading guilty or no contest to a crime may affect your immigration status.
Cuando esta dice que cuando usted usted no es ciudadano de los Estados Unidos y se declara culpable o no contestar, esto puede afectar su ciudadanía.
Admitting guilt may result in deportation even if the charge is later dismissed.
El declararse culpable puede resultar en una deportación, aunque este cargo más tarde sea desechado.
Your plea or admission of guilt could result in your deportation or removal.
Su declaración de culpabilidad puede resultar en su deportación, o sea, ser removido del país.
Could prevent you from ever being able to get legal status in the United States.
Puede esto prevenir o evitar que usted en algún momento sea ciudadano o que tenga un estado legal aquí en los Estados Unidos.
Or could prevent you from becoming a United States citizen.
O también puede prevenir que usted se convierta en un ciudadano de los Estados Unidos.
Understanding each of these rights, do you wish to give up those rights and enter your guilty plea?
Entonces, ¿entiende usted todos esos derechos? ¿Está usted dispuesto a declararse culpable y renunciar a esos derechos?
Sí.
Okay, you may file a Rule 33 petition for post-conviction relief, and if denied, file a petition for review. I'll give you a letter that explains that.
Entonces usted puede presentar una petición 33, que es la liberación de esa determinación, y yo le estaré dando a usted una carta explicándole esa regla.
It will also explain to you how to set aside the judgment of conviction pursuant to Arizona Revised Statute 13-905.
Y también se está poniendo a un lado la revisión del Estado de Arizona, el Estatuto 13.905.
Once all the terms of the sentence have been completed, and you may qualify for a certificate of second chance.
Cuando todos estos términos sean completados, entonces te califica para un certificado de una segunda oportunidad.
And you may apply to seal the records pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13-911 once the terms of the sentence and the timeframes therein have been satisfied.
También entonces puede usted presentar una apelación para que estos delitos sean sellados de acuerdo al estatuto, de acuerdo a la sesión 13.911, una vez que los términos y el tiempo y el espacio-tiempo todo sea completado.
The factual basis of your case that you're pleading guilty to is the following.
Entonces, los hechos factuales en su caso en el que usted se está declarando culpable es el siguiente.
On November 26th of 2025 at 10:08 p.m.,
en noviembre 26 de 2025 a las 10:08 de la noche,
you were contacted at or near milepost 263 on State Route 260.
Usted fue contactado en la calle del estado, la ruta 260.
That police contact was by the Arizona Department of Public Safety, alleging your speed at 92 miles per hour in a posted 65 mile per hour zone.
Esto fue contactado por la Seguridad Pública de Arizona, en el que usted iba conduciendo a una velocidad de 92 millas en un área de conducir de 65.
The speed was captured on a radar device. That offense occurred in Gila County in the jurisdiction of this court.
Esta velocidad fue capturada por radar en el condado de Gila, donde está esta corte.
And you are here pleading guilty to that charge, is that correct?
Y usted está aquí presente para declararse culpable de este cargo. ¿Esto está correcto?
Sí.
Regarding your plea of guilty, are you making that voluntarily?
En referencia a su declaración de culpabilidad, ¿está haciendo esto de forma voluntaria?
Sí.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to plead guilty?
Nadie lo está forzando o instigándolo a que se declare culpable.
No.
Nobody offered you or promised you a lower sentence or punishment that if you pled guilty you would receive that?
Nadie le ofreció a usted una sentencia menor o un castigo menor si se declaraba culpable.
No.
The court finds that you've entered your plea of guilty knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently, and will accept your plea.
La corte está enterando que usted está aceptando su culpabilidad con de su propio conocimiento, voluntad e inteligentemente.
These are the rights that we discussed that you're waiving by entering your guilty plea. Requires your signature here.
Estos son los derechos a los que usted está renunciando cuando se declaró culpable y este documento requiere su firma y donde le están indicando.
Do you wish to give a statement to the court before we impose sentencing?
¿Usted quiere darle alguna declaración a la corte antes de que se le imponga su sentencia?
Sí.
Just make your statement in small chapters for the interpreter.
Por favor, haga su declaración en frases cortas para la intérprete.
Ese día salí de trabajar a las 9:30 en Springerville.
That day I left work at 9:30 in Springville.
Y no me percaté de la velocidad.
And I didn't realize it in reference to the speed limit.
Y ofrezco una disculpa al Estado por mi falta.
And I offer an apology to the state for my fault.
Is that all you wish to say?
Es todo.
That's all.
Thank you for your statement.
Gracias por su declaración.
As I discussed with you, the maximum potential fine is a $500 fine plus probation.
Entonces, como le mencioné antes, el castigo máximo es una multa de $500 más probatoria.
I'm not going to assign any probation, and I'm going to impose a fine of $218.
Entonces, no le voy a poner ninguna libertad condicional o probatoria, así que le voy a poner una multa de $218.
Okay.
However, prepare this doesn't have that course security
Okay.
fee on it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'll just put it in there.
Is it Joseph? Oh, yeah, it is Joseph. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
My bad.
Yeah, it's no problem. There's a $35.80 court security fee that's imposed.
Hay un cargo de $35.80 de costo de corte.
Total balance due is $253.80. Are you able to pay that today?
Entonces el total del balance a pagar es de $253.80. ¿Puede usted hacer ese pago en el día de hoy?
Sí.
Okay.
Cash is okay?
Cash is okay, yes. What you're signing here is the judgment and sentencing form. The imposed fine is $218 plus the court security fee of $35.80 for a total of $253.80.
Lo que está firmando aquí es la sentencia que se le ha puesto, la multa de $218 más el depósito de seguridad de la corte de $35.80 para un total de $253.80.
This is the letter that I told you about, how to set aside the judgment and seal the records. If I could get you to sign the top copy.
Esta es la carta que yo le mencioné antes acerca de cómo solicitar el sello de que este juicio se ha sellado y necesito que me firme a donde le estoy indicando.
Original.
This copy is yours. I crossed out the domestic violence portion. It doesn't apply to your case, but you still have it to read if you wish.
Sorry, Joanna, what was the last thing that you said after? That's not his case?
He still can have it if he wishes to read it.
Oh, ok, thank you. Entonces yo he cruzado pues, la última parte de la violencia doméstica porque esto no se le aplica a su caso, pero usted puede leerla si lo desea.
This is a copy of the judgment and sentencing form. You'll take that to the front counter to make your payment. Do you have any questions?
Esta es la copia de esta decisión de juicio y usted puede presentarla esta en la ventanilla del frente.
Okay.
No questions?
Okay.
No question.
Okay. All right, you're all set to go. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Que tenga buen día, señor. Adiós.
All right, thank you, interpreter. That's all we need. I appreciate your services.
You're quite welcome, Your Honor. Thank you, and I hope you have a nice day. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Daniel Guerrero?
And I think I've got another one. I think I got a case on my desk where it's motioning for the change of plea too. Hi there, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Honor?
Good, thank you. All right, sir, so this is case 2025 CM 12341. Could you state your full name?
Daniel Martin Isabel Guerrero.
Thank you. So this is a charge of disorderly conduct under the domestic violence statute, a class 1 misdemeanor. Were you present in the group advisory?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so a domestic violence charge does have mandatory minimums, and those are the following. $50 address confidentiality fund fee, a $50 domestic violence fund fee, and mandatory domestic violence counseling.
Yes,
Okay?
sir.
Do you have any questions about the attorney information that I provided?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how do you wish to proceed with an attorney?
Without.
Without attorney? Okay, on your waiver form, if you check the top box, that one there.
This one.
Yep, it says I do not want an attorney.
Sure.
And then date and sign it where it's highlighted.
10.
It is the 10th, correct. And do you have another case pending with us? Or no? There might be another Guerrero, it's on my desk.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, were you asking for a change of plea on that?
No, I don't have another case.
Okay,
I have,
that's a different Guerrero, sorry about
It's
that. I
okay.
didn't mean to confuse you.
I'll say, what do you know?
Well, I was about ready to bring it out on you and pin it on you, so that's...
Right, no. Answer's no.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't have another one, then I was gonna try to consolidate.
I appreciate
depending on
that.
what your pleas, put it on the same
I really
date.
appreciate
But I
that.
thought it may be a different Guerrero. Too many people to remember faces, so...
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, do you have any questions about the plea options of guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No at all.
Okay, how do you wish to plead on this
Not
charge?
guilty.
Okay, I'll enter your not guilty plea, and I'll get you your pretrial conference date here.
All right, thank you.
All right. All right, sir, so this is your next court date, is scheduled for 1/26 of 2026 at 9 a.m.
Yep.
And it is for a pretrial conference.
Is there any way we could push that date to this next month? I just can't get 2 days off this month.
So this is in January?
Oh, yeah, you got it. Yes,
So
sir.
is that good?
That's fine. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I
so
put the
we're
wrong date on
about,
this
yeah,
one.
we're over, that's okay, we're about a month away, so
Perfect.
a little
That's
bit over.
perfect.
All right, sign where here, where it says defendant, and I'll get you a copy of this, so you don't have to write that down.
Awesome. Sorry, I should have.
No, no problem. I just wanted to make sure I understood what you were asking.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's it. Okay.
And then I gotta call your case to see if there's any victims in the courtroom. In the case of Guerrero, are there any victims present in the courtroom? Having seen none, I gotta review your release conditions with you. Obey all orders of the court, not to commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately of any change of address. The one we have is on Rim Drive.
Yes, sir.
Not to leave the state of Arizona, not to have any unwanted contact, which means you're allowed to contact the other part of the alleged victim.
It's my wife. We live
Okay.
together.
Yeah, unless that other party makes a request not to discuss it with you, it's to avoid another argument.
Yes,
Okay?
Your Honor.
So as long as you comply with that, and then do not go to the location of the alleged offense.
It's my house.
Yeah, let me take a look at this. So he's got, if no contact is wanted. Okay, so You are allowed to go to the location unless that alleged victim does not want any contact, okay?
Yeah.
So as
She
long
picked
as
me up.
Yeah, as long as you understand those conditions.
Mhm. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Yes, Your Honor.
And there's no, okay. That's it, Todd. You got, so typically they have pretrial services where you contact pretrial services,
Yeah.
and they don't have that assigned to you, right? You're not contacting the probation department or anything?
No, not on any paper.
Okay, all right. All right, so,
It was just an argument. They took me in for raising my voice.
yeah, be careful, we're on record.
Oh, yes,
I wanna
sir.
make sure
Yes,
you're
sir.
not
Oh,
self-incriminating.
yeah, no, yes, sir,
Okay.
yeah. Forgot.
Yeah, so not the details here, and then at
Yes,
your
sir.
next pretrial,
Yes, sir.
remember to listen to, let the attorney have what they want to say first.
Say
You
first.
can talk to them. I'm not
Yeah.
telling you not to talk to them, but just be careful with what you say.
Very smart what you say.
Because if you go to the trial, then they can use whatever you admit or.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mhm.
So this is still yours. Do you have any questions about so you'll
Nope.
come back here on that
Come
date
back.
and time? And
Yes,
they'll
sir.
pull you-
Yes,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
If you don't have any questions, you're excused, sir.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
That does sound familiar.
Pardon?
That does sound familiar.
Yeah.
Joseph Schwartz?
Morning, sir.
Morning, Your Honor.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm doing good, thank you. All right, sir, so this is case number 2025 TR440. Could you state your full name?
Joseph Sports.
All right, sir. So we're here on allegation two. One is a civil traffic offense and one is a criminal offense. First, the criminal offense, a class 1 misdemeanor for driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license. That takes a guilty, not guilty, or no contest plea. Civil traffic violation of failure to obey a traffic control device. That's a responsible or not responsible plea. So we'll talk about the criminal violation first. You have your attorney waiver form. There's no jail time being asked in this case. Do you have any questions about your attorney information that we talked about?
No.
Okay. Do you wish to proceed with an attorney, wish to hire an attorney, give a cause for a court-appointed attorney, or waive the presence of an attorney?
I'll waive the presence.
All right, so if you check the top box on that form, please, and know that you can change your mind at any time in there. I'll take that form. Just let us know if you do change your mind and you decide that you do want an attorney.
Perfect.
Just notify us. Do you have any questions about the three options of your pleas today?
No.
Okay, how do you wish to plead to the driving suspended charge?
No contest.
Okay. And to the civil traffic violation?
Acknowledge, right?
Okay, responsible? or not?
Responsible.
Okay, all right. All right, on these charges, we can move forward into the sentencing today. There's no victims, even though some would argue that the state of Arizona is a victim, but there's no victim to appear in court. So would you like to do sentencing today, so you don't have to come back?
Yes, sir.
All right. In that group advisory, did you understand the rights that I explained that you're waiving by entering your no contest plea?
I do.
Okay. Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. You understood the citizens advisory that I gave?
Yes.
Are you a school teacher?
Am I a school teacher? No.
Yep. Okay. Understanding all the rights that I gave in the group advisory, and you're not having questions, you wish to waive those rights and enter your no contest plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'll give you the letter that talks about the Rule 33 petition and set aside judgment, seal the records. That letter is right here. It kind of further explains a little bit more detail than what I gave in that group advisory. So if you wish to exercise those rights, it'll explain to you what has to, some timelines have to pass, you remain law abiding, then you can request those. If you'd sign the top copy and keep the second copy. Thank you. All right, the factual basis of your case, you're not admitting or denying these facts, but acknowledging that if it were to proceed to trial, this was what would be used. That on November 28th of 2025 at 10:37 a.m. at or near milepost 251, which is the intersecting highway of BIA 101, which is the entrance to the casino, and State Route Highway 87. You were contacted by the Tono Apache Police. In that police contact, they found that you were driving either on a suspended, revoked, or canceled. You were operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway while your license was in that condition, and that you failed to obey a traffic control device. That could be a stop sign, a stoplight, or something that indicates flow of traffic. That occurred in Gila County in the jurisdiction of this court. Do you acknowledge those facts?
I do.
Okay. Regarding your no contest plea, are you making that voluntarily?
Yes.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make that plea?
No.
Did anybody promise you lighter sentence or punishment that if you pled that you would receive it?
No.
Okay. Court finds that you made it knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently, that plea. If you'd sign where it says defendant, that's waiving the rights that we discussed in the group advisory that indicate you don't have any questions on. Do you wish to give any statement to the court before we impose sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. The standard fine for a driving suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license is $482. If you're able to get a good driver's license within 30 days of today's date, I'll reduce that down to $202 because you can comply with the law. All you would need to do is get that license. You can come by, we'll make a copy of it, or if you want to email it to us, that's up to you. We'll do that reduction for you. The fine for the traffic control device violation is $169. So before any reductions, we have a court security fee of $35.80 that's due, so that's $686.80. Are you able to pay that today?
No.
Okay, I can put you on a payment plan. I do have to add a one-time payment plan fee of $20. How much can you afford on that per month?
$50.
Okay. Can you make a payment today?
Yes.
Okay. If it's short or tight.
I just had to talk to my financial advisor back there.
Okay, and you got the thumbs up?
Yes.
Okay. Go first, next payment on January 9th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep, no problem. Alright, so here's what you're agreeing to. We have a total balance that's due with the payment plan fees and all that of, just read this upside, 708.
706.80.
706.80, thank you. And you're agreeing to make a $50 payment today. Monthly payments of $50 thereafter. Next one's due January 9th of 2026. You would sign for that. And there's a couple ways to make that remotely. Here's phone numbers and websites if you wish to do it, or you can always just come in person. That's the cheapest way. They do charge a merchant fee for using this.
Automated.
Yeah, so it requires a debit card or a credit card. Once she gets that back to you to make your first payment, you'll take that to the front counter and make your payment. Do you have any questions about anything?
I do not.
Okay, so you'll be excused once you get you that paper.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Lori Mulligan?
Hello there. All right, this is case number 2025 CM 12342. Could you state your name, please?
Lori Mae Mulligan.
Okay, thank you. So this is an allegation of false reporting to law enforcement. That's a class 1 misdemeanor. Did you understand the group advisory information?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have your attorney waiver form? Do you know how you wish to proceed with that?
Deputy.
Yeah, so that's your plea, but this one is whether you want to hire an attorney, ask for a court-appointed attorney. Okay, so if you want to waive the presence, I need you to check that top box there, please.
This one?
Yeah, if you don't want an attorney, correct, yeah. And I'll take that back. Is that you don't want an attorney, correct? Okay. Do you have any questions about the plea options that I explained to you in the group advisory?
No.
Okay, how do you wish to plead the charge?
Guilty.
Okay. You can enter your guilty plea, and we can move forward to sentencing today. We save you a trip back if you'd like. Okay. Still reside on William Tell?
Yes.
Phone number ends in 2032?
Yes.
All right, when I gave that group advisory, there's certain rights that you were giving up by entering the guilty plea. Do you recall me reviewing those with you?
Yes.
Any questions on those?
No.
Okay. Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Okay. And you understood the citizens advisory that I gave in the group advisory?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be giving you that letter that we talked about in the group advisory that tells you how to seal the record, set aside the judgment, and the Rule 33 petition shortly, okay? Okay, the factual basis of your case is the following. On November 13th of 2025 at 7:36 a.m. at or near 1311 North William Hill Circle, police investigation took place by the Payson Police Department. That location is in the city limits of Payson in Gila County and the jurisdiction of this court. During that investigation, there was some false information provided to law enforcement regarding another investigation. Being that specifically you were an operator of a vehicle when in fact you were not the operator of a vehicle in the investigation that took place in another matter. In that case, you were here pleading guilty to those facts and to that charge. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Regarding your guilty plea, are you making that voluntarily?
Yes.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make that plea?
No.
Okay. Anybody promise you a lighter sentence or punishment if you pled guilty you'd receive it?
No.
Okay. These are the rights that I read in the group advisory that you indicate you don't have any questions on. If I could get your signature where it says defendant waiving those rights. Thank you. Here's that letter that I discussed with you about setting aside judgment and sealing the records. If you wish to exercise those rights, this will explain to you how to go about doing that. If I could get you to sign the top copy, and I'll give you the second copy. Thank you. And I crossed out domestic violence. It doesn't apply to your case. Do you wish to give a statement before we impose sentencing?
No.
Okay. Are you employed right now?
Yes.
You are employed?
Yes.
Okay. By whom?
Goodwill.
Okay. All right. You're not on probation. All right. So that it can go up to a $2,500 fine on the maximums. There's no jail time being asked of the case, and up to 3 years of probation. What I'm going to do is impose a fine of $300 and 6 months of unsupervised probation. I'll explain to you what that is. What unsupervised probation is that you just need to remain law-abiding for that term of probation. There's no other requirement. You don't have to check into anybody or nothing like that. If you reoffend or commit another criminal offense within that 6-month period, the consequences of this can come back at the request of the prosecutor and whatever you reoffended for. Okay? There's a one-time jail fee of $69 for the in custody, so let me get you a total balance. $369. Are you able to pay that today?
No.
All right, I'll put you on a payment plan. Per statute, I have to add a one-time payment plan fee of $20. So we have a total balance due of $389. How much can you afford to pay per month on that?
50.
Okay. Are you able to make a payment today?
No.
Okay, I'll schedule your first one out 30 days then.
Thank you.
Okay, so you'll be signing for the payment plan that we just agreed to, which is $50 monthly. First payment is due on 1/9 of 2026 for a total balance of $389. If you'd sign here where it says defendant. When you make those payments, you have a couple options. In the highlighted portion on your copy, there's a phone number and a website. That if you wish to do that, they do charge a merchant fee for using a credit or a debit card of 4 or 5%. Or you can always just come to the front counter and pay with cash, or you can mail it in if you want.
Okay.
Anything like that. You have any questions at all?
No.
Okay, when the bailiff gets you your copy, you're all set to go.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
John Willits.
Hello, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, so this is case 2025 TR 12146. Could you state your full name?
John Gary Willis.
All right, Mr. Willits. So this is a charge of fail to remain at scene of an accident, which is a class 2 misdemeanor. You understood the group advisory?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions on your attorney waiver form?
No.
Okay. How do you wish to proceed? If you'd like to waive the presence, then you just check the top box there. Okay. Other left-hander.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions about the plea options?
No.
Okay, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Okay. Let me take a look to see if there is a victim on this case. Sometimes there is and sometimes there is not. So we've got that violation. And okay, so another pending one in the Superior Court.
Yeah.
We'll move around the misdemeanor. Okay, so there is an alleged victim, so what we're going to have to do, sir, is schedule your sentencing at a later time.
Okay.
So let me give you that information.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yep, that's okay. So we just need to schedule the sentencing at your next available date.
Okay.
So that just gives us the ability to notify them. They may or may not have anything to say. Some do, some don't. They might have a restitution request. I don't know. Could be insurance. There's lots of factors. So we just have to provide the opportunity for them to present that if they wish. So we'll get you the next date, and that should be the last appearance unless there's something's different. Okay. So we'll get you that court date here in a moment if you just remain here.
Okay.
Is your address still good that the court has?
Yes.
Okay.
You want me to sign it?
Nah, I got it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Oh, and I didn't hit the sentencing.
The what?
I didn't fill the sentencing block.
Okay, I got it. All right, so we've scheduled your sentencing for this date here, 1/12 of 2026 at 9:30 a.m. You'll come right back here.
Okay.
And that is for sentencing. If I can get your signature where it says defendant, please. And we'll get you a copy of that.
Okay.
Any questions about anything we've discussed?
No.
Okay, so my bailiff get you your copy of the excuse me, sir. See you on that day.
Thank you.
Yep. It's a tricky one. Sometimes there is one listed, sometimes there isn't. If they hit a rock, nobody owns the rock. If they hit someone's car or house or whatever.
Nicholas Thomas.
So I'll let you off the hook on that one.
I need to look at it.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. This is case number 2025 TR433. If you'd state your full name, please.
Nicholas Michael Thomas.
Thank you, sir. So we're here on 3 charges of a DUI. Each of them have a little bit of a difference. The first one is DUI to the slightest degree. The second charge is DUI having a blood or breath alcohol concentration at 0.08 or more. Then it's another violation, extreme DUI, if your blood or breath alcohol concentration is at 0.15 or more. So they've alleged 3 violations. All of them are class 1 misdemeanors. The extreme DUI has a different maximum penalty. You were here in the group advisory? Okay. If you could answer verbally.
Yes.
Okay, so, yeah, just so I have it on record. So the only difference is now that we have different jail requirements on the extreme. Let me get that for you here in a moment.
So am I getting charged with all three?
You are getting charged with all three, yeah.
I thought it was like they took the blood, like they drew my blood when it happened.
Yeah.
So I figured they figure out the blood alcohol content and then decipher which charge I get, right? I thought that's how it worked.
Well, yeah, so to answer your question, you are charged with all three. It kind of depends. So this case qualifies for a court-appointed attorney at little or no cost. Do you want to see if you
Yes.
qualify for one?
Yes.
Did you fill out a financial form yet?
No, I have not.
Okay, so that purple clipboard there with my bailiff, if you want to sit down right there, if you could have him, thanks, Garrett. Just fill that out there. We'll see what the financial says, and we'll get you an attorney signed if you qualify.
I'll just sit over here with the rest of his stuff.
Pardon?
His stuff's over here. I can just sit off to the side. Where you have it?
Whole case over there. That's
Okay.
good. We'll go ahead on the next one while he's doing that. And there's one more, Garrett, sorry. Got it kind of spread all over the place. Just when he's done, I'll need the whole thing back.
Adam Beneski?
Hello, sir.
Good morning, sir.
All right, good morning, and this is case 2025 CM220. If you'd state your full name.
Adam Kalbaneski.
Thank you, sir. So we're here on a 2 counts of disorderly conduct under the domestic violence statute. The domestic violence statute has a mandatory minimum. Per charge is a $50 address confidentiality fund fee and a $50 domestic violence fund fee and mandatory counseling. You don't have to take the same counseling twice, so one
Okay.
does both. Okay, that's the mandatory minimum. Were you in here in the group advisory?
Yes.
Okay, so you understand the class 1 maximum penalties?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's the penalty ranges. There's no jail time asked of your case, so you're not facing any jail time. Do you have any questions about your attorney waiver form?
No, sir.
All right.
No attorney.
Okay, and then if you would date and sign it, please.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take that form. Thank you. Any questions about your plea options?
No, sir.
How do you wish to plead to the charges?
Not guilty.
Okay. We'll enter your not guilty plea and schedule your pre-trial conference.
Okay.
All right, sir, so here is the date for your pre-trial conference set for 1/27/2026 at 2 p.m. for the
Okay.
pre-trial. If you would sign here where it says defendant.
Got it.
Then all you got to do is call your case, see if there's any victims that wish to be heard. Other than that, I'll get you a copy that you'll be set.
Okay.
On the case of Beninsky, are there any victims in the courtroom? Having seen none. There you go, Garrett. One copy of that, please. Once he gets you that copy, you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, so you'll come back here on that date, and then they'll take you privately into a room to...
Thank you so
see if
much.
there's- You bet.
Appreciate it.
While he's making that copy, let me review your release conditions. It's obey all orders of the court, not to commit any crimes, notify the court immediately of any address change, not to leave the state of Arizona without permission, no unwanted contact with the alleged victim. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
And then not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and not to go near the location of the alleged offense, but you can do a civil standby. Have you already done that?
Yeah, all our things are
Okay.
away from where we were.
All her things are?
Everything. Yeah, we were at a hotel.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I understood. Okay. All right. Any questions on those release conditions?
No, sir.
Okay, then you're all set to go. We'll see you on that.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, so you can come back up. All right, we're back with case number 2025 TR 433. So it's not uncommon that they charge all portions of those statutes. And then as it proceeds through, sometimes a couple of them go away. You know, I can't say what the prosecutor will do, but that's what your attorney will discuss all of that with you. Okay.
I just don't understand how you can get charged. Like if you take the blood test and your blood alcohol is lower than the highest rating for the highest offense, how can you get charged with that?
So since that's information, not advice, I can provide you that answer. So people go out and they drive, and they're driving just impaired. Maybe they're not intoxicated by the legal terms of the state of Arizona.
Sure.
But they still weave. They could be dangerous. That's the minimum level of a DUI, being impaired to the slightest degree.
Right.
Then you're ordered to, within that charge, to provide the blood or breath sample to see if you're legally considered intoxicated by the state of Arizona at a .08 violation. So
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that you weren't impaired. It means now the second offense is that you have a alcohol concentration that says you're intoxicated by the terms of state of Arizona.
Right.
Okay, and then outside of that, if you go over a certain level, 1.5,
Yeah.
you're now an extreme DUI, and then there's what's called a super extreme. You didn't get that charged against you. That's a 2 or more. So you were between a 1.5 and a 1.9, somewhere in there, 1.99. You know, there's very small differences. So you didn't get charged with that third one. So, but that happens, and sometimes things just the penalties keep going up higher.
Huh.
So that's how they do each element of that. I don't know
So
if that helps.
it stacks on you, basically.
It's stacked because there's many people that don't blow over the legal limit, but they're still charged with the impaired.
Right.
Okay. When a trial happens, sometimes when it goes all the way, runs its course, and a trial happens and they're found guilty, a lot of judges will not look at punishing for all three of the violations, but that's what the state proceeds with them, because sometimes you can't have one without the other.
Right.
And they can't look at you and say, that guy's over 1.5.
Right.
So that needs to be in there to get to the one investigation of the 1.5. Does that give you information?
Yeah, that helps.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right, so reviewing this, you're attesting to this under oath that this is financial information is accurate. You roughly make, hold on 1 second. Thank you. So this is an allegation of an excessive speeding violation alleged at 90 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone. Did you understand the group advisory information again?
Did.
Okay, you wish to waive the presence of an attorney?
Yes.
Okay. You have any questions about the plea options?
No.
Okay, how do you wish to plead?
Not guilty.
Okay. I'll enter your not guilty plea for you and get you your pretrial conference date. Is your address still good on number 10?
Yes.
Okay. And let me show you this, if you don't mind, instead of saying it on record. Is that a correct phone number?
Yes.
All right. And do we have an email for you?
I believe you do.
All right. Well, if you wouldn't mind, could you just write it in right there where it says email, please?
Yeah.
And I'll get you your next court date. That'll be the pretrial conference. You'll come right back here, and then the prosecutor will talk to you in private rooms.
We did that before.
Okay, so you're familiar with that process?
Yeah.
Okay. People think sometimes that I should remember them and all that. There's a lot of people that come from me. I don't remember.
No.
Thank you for that email. Okay, so yeah, we got you a new, because of a doctor's appointment.
When I did the motion to do a new court date, they copied down my email then too.
They copied the email then?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why when I saw this, I'm like, oh, we probably already have it, but as I went
But
through
there's,
it.
on one sheet, I don't know if it was for the fire ban violation or what, but they had my name Holley, and that's not how it's spelled.
Okay, well, in that
But
case.
I don't remember where I saw it, but I did see it.
Okay. Yeah, so, well, that's not on this case, so until that case gets in front of me, then we can maybe make that correction.
It's already passed.
Oh, it has, okay, yeah. All right, so we will get you that date. Any other questions?
Nope.
All right. Give us a moment.
Sorry. We're setting a regular PTC?
Yep.
Okay.
If you can run right over here, then when we get you that copy, you'll be all set for that court date. I will need to get a signature on it. So.
I brought my own pen.
Okay, probably better than ours.
Yeah, because I can put it in my mouth. And how many people actually use these?
Some of them do, especially when I see them kind of trying to read and sign, and then I'm like, I got glasses right there. Yeah, so they do.
My partner uses a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
He has glasses, he just refuses to wear them.
Yeah. Here is your court date here on January 13th of 26 at 1:30 p.m. You come right back here. If you would sign where it says defendant, please. And when you're done signing that, if you'd hand that to my bailiff, we'll get you a copy, and then you'll be excused.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, as soon as he gets that, you're all set. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Merry Christmas, because I won't see you.
Thank you. Yeah, it'll be after Christmas that we'll see each other again.
Justin Tipton?
Hello there, sir. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you. All right, so this is case 2025 CM 12349. Could you state your full name?
Justin Ryan Tipton.
All right, Mr. Tipton, we're here on a shoplift charge, theft. That is, let me take a look here, because that does have different misdemeanors. So I think that's it's going to be a class 1 misdemeanor. Were you here in the group advisory?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions on the attorney waiver form?
No.
Okay. How do you wish to proceed?
I
With an attorney, without an attorney?
Without.
Okay. If you check that top box, please. Thank you. You have any questions before you give a plea to the court?
No.
Okay. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Okay. Enter your guilty plea. We do have to schedule you back for sentencing since it's a victim-related charge.
All right.
If you would review this document for me, is this a good address?
Yes.
Okay, and that's a good email?
Yes.
And a good phone number?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you know if there's jail?
There is no jail time. Yeah,
Okay.
I did review the case, and there is no jail time that they're asking for. You did have a warrant, but you're here, so you took care of whatever to get released. So, but other than that, there's no jail in this specific case.
Okay.
All right, so you are scheduled for sentencing on 1/12 of 2026 at 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
If I could get your signature where it says defendant. On the case of Tipton, are there any victims in the courtroom? Having seen none. Your release conditions are obey all orders of the court, not to commit any crimes, notify the court immediately of any address change, not to leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, not to contact the alleged victim in any manner, not to go near the location of the alleged offense. Okay?
Right.
Once he gets you a copy of that court date, you'll be excused. Do you have any questions at all, sir?
No, I don't.
Okay, you're all set then.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm not sure advisory on that one. I didn't call it, I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. Clint Romain, I may be not pronouncing that last name. Let me try it again. Romain.
Roman, you have
Romain,
that
darn it.
correct,
Since I
man.
should
Not a
have
lot of
stuck
people
with
get
it.
that right, actually.
Dang it, I should have just stuck with it. All right, sir. So at the beginning of today, I did a group advisory. Were you present for that information?
No, but I have been in one of these and I do know.
Okay, I have to, for our record, I have to go through it. So that won't take too long.
Yeah.
All right, sir. So this is case number 2025 TR 451. Would you state your full name, please?
Clint J.C. Roman.
Thank you. So we're here on one criminal violation and 2 civil traffic violations.
Yes, sir.
So first we'll talk about the criminal violation, which is driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license. That's a class 1 misdemeanor that is punishable with a maximum fine of $2,500 plus surcharges, 30 days in jail, and 1 year of probation. Okay. There is no mandatory minimum. Okay, so the maximum is 6 months of jail, 3 years of probation, and a $2,500 fine plus surcharges. There is no mandatory minimum, so there's a discretion from 0 up to those maximum. There is no jail time being asked of the case. If that were to be requested, the prosecution needs to notify the court. So whether you plead guilty or no contest, or whether you go to trial and are found guilty later, no jail time being sentenced. Okay? If that changes, your rights change, and we'll notify you of that if that occurs. Okay? Your choices for pleas are guilty, not guilty, or no contest. The difference between a guilty and a no contest plea is if you plead guilty, you're acknowledging the facts and saying, I committed the crime. If you plead no contest, you're not admitting nor are you denying the facts of the case, but you're accepting the conviction. I would review a factual basis with you, and you acknowledge that those would be the facts. If the case were to go to trial, that would be used. Both guilty and no contest convictions show on criminal history. Okay? If you plead guilty or no contest, we can move forward into sentencing today regarding that criminal charge. If you plead not guilty, we'll schedule you for a pre-trial conference. That's where you come back. You'll meet with the prosecutor. They might have the police report and any evidence they plan on using at a later trial. Discuss the case with you, and one of 3 things will happen. 1, the case will in fact go to a trial. Or 2, the case could enter a plea agreement that you and them and the judge signs off on, or the case could dismiss. On these types of cases, if you get your license between now and that next date, sometimes I've seen where they're not dismissed, but they reduce it from a criminal charge to a misdemeanor charge. I can't say what they'll do for you, but I have seen those cases come through. So if that's possible to you, that's an option for you to exercise. You also have the right to hire an attorney. Since there's no jail time on this case, it takes the ability to have a court-appointed attorney waive, or you can decide to waive the presence of an attorney.
I'd like to waive the presence.
Okay, so if you want to just check the top box there. So that was the criminal offense. Again, that's a guilty, not guilty, or no contest plea. Then the two civil traffic violation. One is displaying a license plate that is suspended for financial responsibility, which is insurance.
Okay.
And the other one is not having insurance.
So can I make that like a little thing? I had just gotten the truck from my boss 3 days prior to that, but he had texted me about it because he was in he was at the dunes, and he had texted me to go get the truck because the truck was originally at my house, so we brought it back to his house because I was doing a bunch of work on it for him.
Okay.
And then it came back to my house. I just got the title for it, which I have the bill of sale when it was signed over to me and everything, and I got it like 2 or 3 days before I got pulled over that day.
Okay. So let me let's
gonna
back
ask.
up before you give me too many facts of that case. Okay. On the driving suspended, revoked, or canceled. Do you know how you wish to plea on that case?
Yes.
Okay. What is that plea?
Guilty.
Okay. If you pled not guilty, which I'm not telling you to change your plea, but then I would say we'll just send the whole thing to the prosecutor to take all that into consideration. With the court, your plea is responsible or not responsible, and then I can give you some conditions to reduce the fines, but these are pretty hefty fines because of especially the insurance. That's $497.50.
Okay.
Let me take it. I think we got these wrong on here.
I'm off of here.
$945 for the no insurance. I don't know what.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was I reading?
I don't know. It says 411.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading the one above it.
Yeah.
My bad. I can white it out if you want.
Nope.
Fix it.
945.
So it's not wrong on the censusing page.
So the no insurance is $945, and the registration is an imposed $497.50. With the insurance, I mean, if you want to plead not responsible and present a case, that you can. So that's your option. What I can do is, if you plead responsible, is if you have insurance on the vehicle, then the next requirement would be to get what's called a motor vehicle record for 39 months. And if you don't have any prior insurance violations, you submit that to the court with a 6-month policy or more on that vehicle, and that will reduce that $945 to $202. Pretty significant savings. So that's available to you. Otherwise, you can, with what you're kind of explaining, that if you wanted to have a civil traffic hearing on that, you can, but I can tell you that if you drive a vehicle, it needs to be registered and insured. It doesn't say for 3 days you don't need it, or 2 days, because if you get in a collision, then the other party's out. So it doesn't give a variance of that. So the other guy that told you that, yeah, go ahead and drive it. I mean, you can try to squeeze the fine money out of him if you want, but you were the one operating the vehicle. So I'm not trying to talk you out of any certain ways to plea, but with just the few details that you gave, you would be arguing that, Judge, I shouldn't be found responsible for this because this. Or you're pleading responsible and I try to get these fines reduced for you. Okay. All right, so you got the guilty plea on the driving suspended. I gave you some terms on that. If you can get your license to us in 30 days, that's a $481 fine. That can be reduced also to $202 if you can get a license within the next 30 days. Just send us a copy of it. Either come in and show it to us or email it to us. That'll take care of that. Then I talked to you about the insurance. The other one, the suspended registration, I don't have the ability, even though if you get it re-registered and it's current, that one has to be imposed unless you plead not responsible and prove the case.
Okay.
All right. Any questions on any of that?
No.
All right. Civil traffic violations, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Okay. So we'll make sure that I put all that reductions in place for you. So
So to go over the reduction again, I have to go in and make sure the vehicle is insured and then registered, and then get the deal from the motor vehicle department saying it's insured.
Not just insurance, so you'll have to get, and I'll put it on the form for you, so I don't have to try to remember it all, but 6 months of insurance or more, that's what this law requires on the vehicle that's in violation.
Okay.
And so you'll bring a copy of your proof of insurance.
Okay.
And then a motor vehicle record of 39 months or more. They do them all the time, so they know what. Just say, I need a motor vehicle record, and they'll produce a 39-month record. Here's the key part, is if you haven't had any prior insurance, then you absolutely want to give that to the court. If you have, you have to consider whether you want to give that to the court or not, because the fines increase. Okay, so make sure you look at it closely. Make sure that if you want to submit it to the court or not. If we're able to get both of those, then that fine goes from that $940, whatever it is, at $945 down to the $202. The driver's license, just do whatever it takes to find out why it's suspended, fix that, and get us a copy of a good license within the next 30 days, and we'll reduce that to $202. Okay?
So the sentencing page is wrong, you want me to redo it?
Yeah, I don't even think I have one. Oh, there it is. This one? Yeah,
Yeah.
why don't you go ahead?
Okay.
And because I got to explain his rights, that'll
Yep.
give us some time. All right, so what I'm going to do, since you weren't here on the group advisory, is inform you of the rights that you're waiving by entering the guilty plea on the criminal violation. Okay, first off, are you on probation or parole?
No.
Okay. All right, by pleading guilty, you're giving up the right to plead not guilty and require the state to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You're giving up the right to have a trial in front of a judge. You're giving up the right to have the assistance of an attorney at all stages of the proceeding, including appeal. That's what you did the attorney waiver for. You're giving up the right to confront witnesses against you and cross-examine them as to the truthfulness of their testimony. You're giving up the right to present your own evidence in your own behalf and have the court subpoena your chosen witnesses and compel them to come to court. You're giving up the right to remain silent and to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and also giving up the right to a direct appeal. I'll make you aware of possible collateral consequences, and those are the following: the possible suspension of your driver's license, an impact on a commercial driver's license or other professional license, an impact on your insurance rates, the revocation of probation or parole, an increased penalty for further criminal charges, becoming a prohibited possessor if convicted of domestic violence charges, and if you're not a citizen of the United States, a clear finding of guilt may result in your deportation or being denied citizenship for re-entry. Further on your citizenship is Rule 17.2, that if you're not a citizen of the United States, pleading guilty or no contest to a crime may affect your immigration status. Admitting guilt may result in deportation even if the charge is later dismissed. Your plea or admission of guilt could result in your deportation or removal, could prevent you from ever being able to get legal status in the United States, or could prevent you from becoming a United States citizen. Are you a school teacher?
Nope.
Okay. Understanding each of these rights I've explained to you, wish to give up those rights and enter your guilty plea?
Yes, sir.
You may file for a Rule 33 petition for post-conviction relief, and if denied, file a petition for review. I'll give you a paper that explains that. It'll also explain to you how to set aside the judgment of the conviction pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13905 once all the terms of the sentence have been completed and qualify for a certificate of second chance. And you may apply to seal the records pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13911 once the term of the sentence and the time frames have been satisfied. So that letter will explain all of that to you. Your factual basis is the following. On 11/21 of 2025 at 9:37 a.m. you were contacted at or near West Dollbaby Ranch Road, 1/2 mile west of the water treatment plant. It's not where normally law enforcement's at. In that police contact, it was found that your driver's license was suspended, revoked, or canceled, and that you were displaying a license plate that was suspended for financial responsibility, and then that you did not possess any insurance on the vehicle at the time. That occurred in the city limits of Payson, in Gila County, the jurisdiction of this court, and you are here pleading guilty to the criminal charge and responsible to the civil traffic violations. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. Regarding your guilty plea, are you making that voluntarily?
Yes.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make that plea?
Nope.
Did anybody promise you in a lighter sentence or punishment that if you pled guilty you'd receive it, other than what we talked about?
No.
Okay. These are the rights I explained to you that you're waiving by entering your guilty plea. If you'd sign where it says defendant. This is the letter that I talked about on how to set aside the judgment, seal the records, in the Rule 33 petition. If you'd sign this one, that explains to you how to go about doing that. If you wish to exercise any of those rights, that's your copy. I crossed domestic violence out. It doesn't apply to your case.
Thank you.
Is your address still good on Cedar Crest?
Yes, I'm in the middle of moving actually, and we don't have like a P.O. box or anything. I'm moving up to Heber.
Okay.
So that address is good for right now, but I will get it changed the minute I get a P.O. box.
Okay, do you want me to give you a blank form so you can complete it when you...
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it does require that you keep us updated, so if you would just remember, if you'd write your name here on that form there, just write your name there, and then I'll show you the part. You don't need to fill the whole thing out, I'll show you the part. And then this part right here is all William needs when you get that updated address figured out. Okay? And then you can just email that to us as well.
So just take like a picture of it and email it in, or?
Yeah, so you can do that or scan it. Whatever, you can take a picture and send it from your phone. That's fine. And then just make sure that you let me write your case number on that because that'll help the clerks answer it. Yeah, and so you can just send it to us by email. If you want to take that gray card right there, that's our email address.
Okay.
All right, so the imposed fines are $482. We'll reduce that down with proof of a driver's license within 30 days if you're able to do that. The insurance violation is $945. We will reduce that with proof of insurance and the 39-month driving record. That's we reduce that to 202 as well.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
this is 182.
Yeah, that's because that's the old numbers before this went up in 2025. So I'm gonna do let me do another correction on that. And then the imposed fine for the suspended registration is the $497.50. So $497.50 plus 945 plus 482 plus 35.80 court security fee. Okay, did I get it all out? That's enough. 1,960. 1,960. 30. Only 1,980. 30. Or to be announced. Alright, so the total balance that we have is $1,960.30. That's all of the fines and fees.
Okay.
That includes a court security fee of $35.80, and then the fines that I discussed with you without any of the reductions. On that payment, are you able to pay that today, or do you need a payment plan?
No, payment plan, please.
Do you have any cases with the court already?
Yes.
That you're making payments on?
Yes.
Alright, so what we'll do is just continue to make your monthly payments, whatever that amount is. Is that an amount that's you can make?
Yep.
And then you just continue to make your payments, and it'll apply until whatever priority case it does it automatic, so you don't have a separate payment. Okay, so you just make your other
so
payment.
will it like multiply my payment by double?
It'll add that to the sum. It won't double. You're just going to make your same
Got a
monthly
continuous
payment.
All right.
Yeah, and then when one case, whatever it prioritizes, once it enters, it'll start making payments on that case, which might be the older case because this one doesn't have its traffic violation. So I don't know what the other case is, but it doesn't matter. So it'll find the oldest case unless there's a reason to prioritize it. You just keep making that monthly payment, and then when that oldest case, if it does default to that, that one will go away, and you just keep making the payment and start working on this sum. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. I do have to add a $20 payment plan fee. That's one time, since it can't be paid at the time, so the balance is $1,980.30.
Okay.
Unless you get those reductions within the 30 days of those two things that we talked about. Let me grab a signature here. Here's the balance that I told you about. You're just going to continue to make your payments. We'll get you one copy of that. Do you have any questions at all?
No.
If you think of anything, because that was a lot of stuff you have to do, just give us a call. We'll walk you through the steps again.
Thank you.
That will be excused as soon as you get your copy. Yeah, so that was the reduced fine on the lower original fine.
Thank
So
you.
then
This is 184.
yeah, but that doesn't take, that is old. What it didn't take into account is the fees went up because, police officer survivor property. So there's like a 2 or 4.
That
6.
goes on that one though? I thought that went on DUIs.
It goes on all civil penalty offenses and criminal offenses, so everything increased, yeah. As far as I know, I'll look into it more, but I'm pretty sure.
I thought it just went on DUIs. Okay.
No, like driving suspended is also that one too.
Okay. Daniel Stillman?
No, any criminal offenses, hello sir, how are you?
Good, thank you, sir.
All right, so this is case number 2025 CN 12328. Could you state your full name, sir?
Daniel Bruce Stillman.
All right.
Is that CM 12328?
It's 2025 C Charles Mary 12328, correct?
Thank you, sir.
You bet. Thank you for completing that. Most do not.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we are here on allegations of 2 counts of a disorderly conduct charge under domestic violence. The disorderly conduct does have, the domestic violence does have a mandatory minimum. That mandatory minimum is a $50 address confidentiality fund fee and a $50 domestic violence fund fee and mandatory domestic violence counseling. Were you here in the group advisory?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you know the penalty range on the class 1 misdemeanors.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we have a class 2 misdemeanor. That's a public nuisance violation, and there's 2 counts of that. All right. Do you have any questions about your attorney waiver form? I see no jail time being asked of this case from the prosecutor. Any questions on that?
No, sir.
All right. So your attorney waiver form.
He didn't
No,
check,
I'm
he
sorry.
didn't check in up front, so he wasn't given the attorney waiver form.
Okay.
I'm actually requesting a court-appointed attorney.
Okay. So let me explain that to you. So first off, today's your arraignment. Here is the information, and I'm going to go through this information with you now before I take anything from you to make you understand.
Okay.
So you were here for the group advisory this morning?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you got all that information, and you're requesting an attorney on the case.
Yes, sir.
So since there's not jail time, the prosecutor's not asking any jail time. If they did, that would mean you would be a loss of liberty. I could review your financial statement
Sure.
to see if you qualified for the court-appointed attorney. But since I don't have that, then do you have another reason that you're asking for a court-appointed attorney?
Yeah, I've been advised that my mental diagnoses qualify me as mentally disabled. I didn't know if that was one of the factors.
It could be. Did you understand that group advisory this morning?
I understood that I didn't hear the list of what the second tier,
Yeah.
but I understood.
If you have a diagnosed, well, we'd want to see that diagnosis.
Okay.
And evidence of that you having a difficult time and can't comprehend legal processes or systems from whatever doctor diagnosed that. Do you think you would be able to produce that?
Yes.
Okay. So with that, then what I'm going to do is kind of hold the case.
Okay.
I'll schedule you for a pretrial conference. Enter not guilty plea. Schedule for your pretrial conference. We'll keep this information. And if we get that diagnosis and it's approved, then we assign the attorney.
Okay.
All right. So let's, is this with the attorney already?
I have the attorney date on the sticky.
Yeah, okay. So we'll
So-
schedule that, and then if he doesn't have it, if it doesn't, we can still see him on that date. So
Okay.
that is convenient for him, so.
Okay.
If I have to provide my own attorney,
Yes.
I'm in a work comp lawsuit, and arrears won't be present till around the 22nd of January. I would need that to provide my own attorney in case this doesn't happen.
So, okay, so let me run that by you. So we're scheduled now on the 12th, so you need another 10 days or so at least.
I believe so.
Yeah, and that may even continue or have some things. We can continue this if you'd like, or we can stay with it. So here's an option for you, if you understand it. Is if you want to enter your not guilty plea and you waive the presence today, which means that gives you the ability to have the prosecutor talk to you. If you don't like what they have to say or anything, you maintain your not guilty plea, and then you can hire an attorney after that. But if they give you information or offer you a plea and you understand it, you are able to understand what they're doing, then you can accept the plea if you think it's okay. But right now, by saying I'm going to get an attorney, whether I'm going to get one court appointed or my own, that prosecutor cannot, by court rules, talk to you at all. So if you want to leave that window open, just to have that communication, that first meeting, to see if they're going to offer you anything that you think is would be acceptable to you, then you can do that if you wish. And then you can change your mind at any time to then exercise the presence.
I do think it'd be better if I had an attorney present with any meeting with the prosecutor.
All right, so let's just keep it the way it is now.
Okay.
So what we'll need from you is that diagnosis from your doctor that
Okay.
talks about comprehension and that it's difficult for you to understand those things. We'll get that, and then once I review that, it'll be one of two things. Yes, we're accepting this, and we're going to assign you an attorney. We'll give you, it's potentially a new court date, okay, because your attorney's got to get prepared, whether we assign it or whoever, if you hire. So once you get that to us, the sooner the better, then I can review that, and me or another judge can review it, and then that'll tell you whether it's going to be court appointed at little or no cost to you. And if it's not going to be accepted by the court, then that'll trigger you to be able to get your own attorney. And if you want to ask for an extension on the date that we have, you certainly can.
Okay.
So that's an acceptable reason. I need to retain my own. I need a little more time, and that's a very acceptable reason.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to keep this for now. Do you need a copy of this?
It wouldn't hurt, please.
Yeah, well, let's do that. Let me take a look at it real quick. Sorry. Financially, you qualify for the court-appointed attorney, so I'm going to approve it for that. That's one of the two portions of that test.
Yes, sir.
All right, and then, so we're going to go with the 27th. I'm going to update this form to the 27th.
Okay.
And then even if he doesn't have the...
I can reprint it if you want.
No, it's okay. I'll just initial it. All right, sir. So we've bumped it a little bit. It's not giving you a whole lot of time. We'll just kind of see how the cards fold if you need to ask for any more time or your attorney. But your court date is scheduled now for 1/27 of 2026
That's
at
perfect.
9:30 a.m.
Okay.
And that's with an attorney, whether that's going to be court appointed or whether it's going to be retained. So
Okay.
it's important that you get those documents that we've asked for to get that test so we can make a decision to help you decide.
So then I know if I need
Yes,
to
which way you need
retain
to
my
go.
own. Okay.
Right, okay. If I can get your signature here, where it says defendant.
These are weird to hold.
Yeah, it's a little top heavy because of that extra. Your attorney waiver form, I'm going to discard that since most likely it's going to be one or the other. Here you go. Thank you. I'm going to review your release conditions with you, sir. So those are the following. Obey all orders of the court, not to commit any crimes, notify the court immediately of any address change, not to leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, not to have any unwanted contact with the alleged victim, so you understand what that is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Not to go near the location of the alleged offense if unwanted contact is requested, and not to possess any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. And are you reporting to pretrial services as ordered?
I have been, yes.
Okay, yeah, so just follow through with what the requirements are.
Okay.
I gotta call your case to see if there's any victims in the courtroom. On the case of Steelman, any victims in the courtroom? Haven't seen none. Do you have any questions for me?
Not at this time, sir.
Okay, so just make sure you get that document so we can see if we can appoint your attorney for you. And if not, then you can hire your own, just go ahead and hire them.
Okay.
And they'll know what to do. They'll send us what's called an NOA, which is a notice of appearance on your behalf.
Okay. And I can deliver that to the
Yeah, just to the
clerk up
clerk,
front.
yep, and then it'll make its way back to me or another judge, and then we'll review that and make a decision.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Have a good day, sir.
One telephone.
Okay, that's not bad.